What's up, guys? Mike in the building. Hope you guys had a great day today. Pennyland is doing amazing right now. There's so many runners. There's a lot of potential. There's a lot of return that you can get on these. Right when these start to go, it's like 20, 30, 40%. Things pulling back, setting up, at 40 and then ripping to 100. So you get a 60% return on some of these names. They're great, right? I'm going to be going over MGRX. This is one of my main plays today. It was one that was very rewarding once it broke out, right? Still stepping away from that instant gratification in my trading, right? That's like kind of hammering it all at once right here and then kind of getting out right here and catching 12 cents. That's cool. That's great, right? That's just a different style of trading, but definitely sticking to soaking, building a position, and letting that work out, all right? Before I actually deep dive in this, I lost on SPCX yesterday, or CP. Let me see. Yeah, there. Here we go. SCPX. Okay, I really liked this particular setup daily. I thought this would gap up more, right? But unfortunately, it did not. Okay, and then I got caught trying to trade this when it was heavy. They had ATM and it just didn't work, right? I was soaking it, I soaked it, did a couple week opens, started to add, it would start to go, and then it didn't go, and then it went against me, and then eventually I stopped out red. Wasted a lot of time and effort on this, trying to soak these areas, thinking I would get the play. And yeah, I could have scalped this with, because the size is 15 cents. Got 2 pennies on size, that would have been nice, but really wanted to move, right? But MGRX, okay, today paid, right? Took a 1 or 2% loss on that other one, and then made a huge gain on this one. Okay, MGRX daily wise. All right, daily wise, I like this particular daily because there's a window gap right here. Okay, window gaps are great. I look for these a lot on these pennies because a lot of them do sell off and they have a window gap down. They trade sideways for a while. They retest them, and all of a sudden this one particular one gaps up, has some range to the upside, and this one particularly consolidated above that window gap. Okay, so I did not get a lot of size in this front side move because I wasn't just gonna slap huge size, catch it, and then watch it come back down. I waited for this one after this broke out and then averaged up into this position right here above 51. All right, bookwise. Bookwise, this one was great. I'll go over the book on this one. I even drew out that window gap on my book before I even started trading this. They did have a nice 50-cent front runner on this. A couple things that stood out to me on this one. So I missed, this front side move with size. Caught some of it, scaled some, and then I had some because I first added once this particular bid stepped up right here, but it was like there wasn't a lot of time, and I wasn't just gonna slap everything on, and it's just not how I trade now. All right, so this came back and this consolidated. All right, this took about a good almost 45 minutes to consolidate. All right, this particular area was nice because over here you're gonna see some absorption happen on the sell side. This did it multiple times in this 52-cent area. All right, this book did in particular not get heavy. To me, this was just consolidating and trapping the whole time. Okay, there was no real crazy offer walk down. In fact, all you see is the liquidity magnets up here that these passive orders stood on the book. They kind of thinned it out right here. Someone wanted to get some orders filled right here, and then it finally swept it, pulled back, and pennies. This thing has range. This thing pulls back right back to where this liquidity was down here, and again, same type of thing right here. A seller gets absorbed, sellers get exhausted right here, and they start to sweep the book again. Okay, this is a little book flip right here too at 70, which was great. Down here though, this is where I soaked. Okay, I had 53, almost 54 cents on this, and I kept just soaking, okay? I looked over this area right here. In particular, I wanted to see this 50-cent hold. I was more concerned with this one, trading it above the previous window gap right here, okay? This is that window gap right here. There's a little pivot too down here at 50 over here on the daily, but I wanted to see this area hold, and that's exactly what we did. A couple great things was we had some declining volume after this little sell-off right here. To me, this thing was selling off, but sellers got exhausted over here, okay? This just kind of went straight down. There was some buying a little bit, buying pressure each time. But to me, the volume that pushed this stock up and tested these supply area on the daily was not significant on that pullback. Okay, so there was a lot more volume on that, and this thing pulled back. To me, this was great too in this 5-minute. All I needed to see was some volume divergence break, where we started to see some increasing 5-minute volume. And then over here, all this did was test this again really quick on the one. This is that new 5-minute candle open, pulls back right here, and then closed. That was great. And then you just see this thing start to steady continue, break over highs, and then consolidate again, and then push for more, and then this halted. That was a great play. All right, daily wise too on this one. This is where more supply was. I always like to draw out some supply. Anywhere I see a ceiling or a wall, so this was a a ceiling. This is supply, breaks down, tests this area, could no longer get over it. So just be mindful too where things can possibly go, get rejected. Book wise on this one, once we started to make new highs, this was crazy. This pullback right here too was nice because this is pulled back to a previous area of interest. All right, on the book, kind of keeps me holding, right? You know, as a long, right? As a long, I want to see things pull back. Things need to pull back, right? If they're setting up, they're soaking, they need to pull back. They need to pull back right before they make more legs, right? When things break out, right? I want to see what happens when they, pull back, test previous areas. This thing had a nice front runner at 82 as well. They did not sell into it, right? Next thing you know, this thing put in some higher lows and then ripped out and even proceeded to go higher. Nice bid follow up on this one. Backside on this one now. This is good, right? Backside, backside, backside. This is when offers start to come down on this, and then the appetite starts to shift. All right, and then most important thing too on these pennies is that you're gonna see when you zoom in really well that there's gonna be spoof bids both on the offer and the bid side throughout this whole thing, right? They're right here, right over here, spoof bid, spoof offer, most importantly, there just really is not a lot of appetite on the best offer on this backside play like there was on the front side play. Something really good to notice, stay familiar with, and then like nothing else, when things start to pop, put in some lower highs, this is where you start to see some buyers get absorbed and then there's no more follow through. Okay, super, super important. BNED was also another phenomenal one. This is actually closing pretty strong. Got about 20 minutes left. Shout out to TK on this one. He called this one. This one was great earlier. Really early too. I thought this was going to run tomorrow, but it went today. It's like almost the algo crank. This is a nice inside bar play right here on this one. This one traded really well. Actually, it actually ripped up to $1.12. Wow, let's go. That is phenomenal. All right. This one really traded really well. They did something particular on this book, which was amazing. And this is when we knew it was game time. All right. They had nice control. If you see this passive order right here on BNED, Barnes & Nobles, for all their book readers, they had this passive order here at 38. All right, this was consolidating. This actually set up a 5-minute flag down below. And they pulled this offer. They pulled this offer at 38, and this thing started to go parabolic. Pulls back to a previous area, puts in a higher low, and starts to take off. Okay, this was another great one. A lot of similarities to MGRX in regards of pulling back to previous areas, and then how sellers got absorbed a lot on this book with continuation. And then always remember these little spoof bids, both sides of the game on this one. That's cool. But all right, guys, that was pretty much it though. MGRX again. This one is a great one. You know, to me, great daily on this one. MGRX. Nice open. Yeah, it didn't hold its gains. It's actually poking up right now at 67s. So probably get a backside lower high move out of that one. Very important for VWAP. See what that one does. But frontside leg pop consolidation. This structure right here, pre-market, to me was just a consolidation structure. I didn't see this peeking out. I didn't see any really stuff candles into anything like that. This particular zone was important, right? So when this zone actually broke this zone with nice increase in volume, pulled back, descending volume right here, held up, which was great. Our volume divergence break again on the one. So, you know, a lot of key things on this one, right? Nice window gap, previous areas of interest, sellers getting absorbed, 5-minute and 1-minute decreasing VPA. Some good things to look for as a long. All right, but all right, guys. Much love. Peace out, Mikey.